Welcome to my channel, where I share travels in our Sprinter motorhome. We share places that we've stayed and some of the sagas that we've had along the way. This time we travel from Porcupine Gorge National Park to Mount Isa and share a few sagas that we've had along the way. On our drive back from Porcupine Gorge, we were travelling pretty slowly because there were cattle on the road and we knew about that. Jim was driving, I was sitting in the passenger side, the observer as such. Saw a kangaroo. Jim did brake. We got down to about 30 kilometres an hour before the kangaroo actually managed to hit us. So Eli's got his first bingle. It's obviously not bad. There's a bit of loosening of the, whatever that piece is called. We're just worried there's a tiny little break there that we would worry about rust. But otherwise, we did well and no major damage to us, nor the kangaroo. The kangaroo actually hopped away, but I bet he had one hell of a headache. This is Richmond. This is our overnight accommodation. $10 a night. No facilities, but reasonably flat car parking space. These shade cloths for parking, middle of town. Great idea. We're in Julia Creek. This is Corella Dam campsite between Cloncurry and Mount Isa. We're travelling on the Ballara Mining Heritage Trail.
On the Fountain Springs Road.
It's not heavily corrugated, but enough to make your home shudder a bit. Walking, heading to Rosebud Weir.
There's a weir set up by the mining company, copper mining, back in the day. The day being apparently sometime the early 1900s.
Bit of a look where we're walking.
The weir seems to have backed up some water. I assume that the flat area here with the older dumps on it floods occasionally. By the look of the sort of flood eroded river terrace.
Nice water, great camps. Just as we approach the water here, we can smell smoke, having said that it would be a nice campsite. And this is actually still alight. We're going to have to work out how to do. So we removed the offending log that was burning, and Jim's using his water bottle to put out the remains of the fire. This is what's left of Ballara train station platform. And here's Jim waiting for a train. I think it'll be a long time, Jim. The ruins of the township. We're out at Fountain Springs and this is the little access across a couple of pavers to get there. No wet feet, Jim. This is our campsite No facilities here, but we're right by the river. So far have the place to ourselves, although I doubt that'll last very long. It's such a wonderful spot.
Get out of there.
We're travelling on the road, if you can call it a road, four-wheel drive track it's referred to as, out to Mary Kathleen mine, the old uranium mine. The road varies tremendously, not too bad at this point, but we have ended up putting it in four-wheel drive. Still on the Mary Kathleen four-wheel drive track.
Looks a bit more gnarly through here. Looks like a creek crossing coming up.
Here we're approaching the mine itself, the open cut mine. You can see the roads got a little rougher as we've got closer to the mine. And look at this. How exciting is that? That blue is natural, haven't enhanced that at all. And you can see the workmanship that's gone into the surrounds of the mine. So this is Mary Kathleen, the uranium mines township. So we're parked and camp up on a house slab. It's large, so there are lots of slabs around. It's a massive area, just cement slabs, and there's campers like us all around the place, camping on what was once house slabs. Amazing. 2 weeks from home, and first lot of repairs are required. And of all places, it's the Dunny. If you don't know what this is the cassette for the toilet. You want to guess how much one of these costs? Well, the answer is $295. And $95 freight, because we've got to get it from Townsville to Mount Isa. So a very expensive Dunny Blowout. We moved on from Mary Kathleen somewhat unexpectedly. I developed severe diarrhea, vomiting and abdo pain. And from past experience, I know with my urostomy, this means a urinary tract infection. Not that I have a urinary tract, and that's why the symptoms are quite different. So Jim got me to Mount Isa Hospital, where I spent 7 hours in the emergency department before they decided that in fact I did have a urinary tract infection. They gave me several litres of fluid and then discharged me with a script for antibiotics.
We really enjoyed a Hard Times Mines tour. Fascinated by the rubber boots issued to everybody. Here's Kaye in the cutest of outfits, issued with helmets and fluoro gear. Taken into the mine down the lift into this transport vehicle, moved miners to work sites. Spent a bit of time in the crib room, a mixture of the relaxation and eating spot and the safety management. Very dark down there. You can see why you can see that by the fluoro gear barely showing up. Here's Kaye having a go at an electric drill, like the thing that miners use to drill out areas to set shots. So if you're an effective miner, you would drill a number of 5 foot depth shots, 5 foot depth drill holes daily. Here we see an emergency station. Should an emergency be declared in the mine, here's the spot where miners shelter. In summary, the outstanding things were certainly the quality of the expert knowledge and the communication from the guides. The incredible darkness, like turn your lamp off and it's gone. The heat, we weren't particularly deep, only 18 metres, and it was still hot. And the need to push air, cool air, throughout the mine constantly.
I visited another hospital while we were in Mount Isa, and that's the underground hospital that was built when Darwin was bombed during the war. It was never used, luckily. Initiative by the miners of Mount Isa. They could fit 100 beds, therefore 100 patients, in this mine if they needed to.